Hey. We're here.
And Caleb is dying.
Terra Invicta.
Solid start.
Yeah, a very solid start. We're here at Terra Invicta. We're doing some Dungeons and Dragons. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited. Yeah, where we last left off our the party for Terra Invicta, we had entered the kind of like downtime phase of this season, doing some extra missions and whatever you guys want to pursue. Jordan will be here in about an hour or so, but until then we have some extra stuff we can be doing before you guys head out to the plantation, the old Vanderboren plantation in the outskirts of Calabar, to check out why it suddenly has it's gone silent. Oh no, what's happening?
That was some good speaking there, Caleb.
Thank you. I pride myself on my intros. So only the best and most professional things here for us on Terra Invicta. I think we were going to start with Deli, right? Maybe Deli wanted to look into the Black Pearl stuff more. Is that what it was? Or what were you going to do otherwise, other than that? Oh, yes. Interrogate
that was the thing I
Diamondback.
didn't get to do last time.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, here's the thing. Do you think I could? I know they did. I already try and convince them that Takeway could be my
your supervision. Yeah. We already talked about this. You have what did we say? 10 minutes of
supervised
interrogation. Yeah.
Could Takeway be my supervision?
Takeway can be with you, but she can't be your supervision.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we'd established that or not.
No.
I will need Takeway's help because my charisma is 0.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to say, but
don't you have a higher charisma score than me?
Oh, I definitely do. But
I'm just saying, like, I might need you as backup pretty much. Or you know what it might, actually,
I guess you'd have to tell me like ahead of time, like, what's your goal here? Like, what are you trying to get out of her? Because otherwise,
let's play this out because I think this would make more sense in character. So, when would this be? Actually, Caleb, would this be right after?
It would be probably the next day. So Emily, calendar keeper, what day are we on?
We get back to Calabar the early morning of November 24th.
24th. Very nice. Getting on there in November. But yeah, Delio, it's the next
probably
day.
Probably what Deli would do is do I need anything I need to recharge? No. Deli would go up to Takeway. Probably she'd probably come to Lavinia's Manor in the morning because she's obviously staying back at the collectors, especially now that she can trust her, superior.
Mm-hmm.
Now that she knows he's not as well, he might still be a little sketch, but not as sketchy as she thought. So she goes to Lavinia's Manor. Where's Takeway at this point? Probably in the morning.
Probably having breakfast with Lavinia or Carla.
Okay.
By the way, can I make a perception check on Carla or Lavinia to see if I notice anything on their bodies?
Your body looking nice, girl.
I don't know.
I mean, Carla has hers on her ankle or something?
No, they both have theirs on their back. Lavinia has it on her upper back, and Carla has it on her lower back. The little comet birthmark from last session. I don't think there's a chance they're not gonna. It's not visible for either of them.
Okay, maybe. Do
clear,
I notice if they?
But I don't know if they're gonna talk to you about it. At least not now. Maybe sometime in the future.
You'll notice it in bikini season, but right now,
exactly. Once you get to the beach episode, that
will be obvious. Made RPG all of a sudden.
Hey, do our characters know anybody with a beach house?
I mean,
well, to be fair, you literally live in a port city, so
okay, it's not the same. The port is not the beach.
I know. But yes, there are probably beach houses around. Who knows?
Okay, so I'm having breakfast.
Lavinia probably knows some people with beach houses.
Probably then. What Della did, she comes in the morning, she's like,
good morning. Takeway.
Because you're like in the middle of eating. It's like,
can I talk to you after breakfast?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And Deli will just go sit by the fish, looking at the fish. Probably, actually, is speak with animals a cantrip? Not a cantrip. It's a ritual. It is a ritual. She would cast speak with animals as a ritual and talk to the fish while she waits.
So
when you're done, and she goes,
what are you doing today? Oh, nothing. I'm just eating some algae. That's what they're saying. In case you were wondering.
I don't think I named any of them Joe, but we'll go with that.
Listen, they have their own names. I don't know what you're trying to do, colonizing their culture here, but
I
delicize their names. Oh my!
I did
goodness.
joke about when I was sick with the exhaustion thingy. I named all of them, but you're right. If I can speak with them, I would just get
exactly.
Anyway, so
if one of them's a goldfish, he's like, "Oh yeah, good. Who are you?"
Right.
Right, yeah, it's a good day. Who are you?
I forgot to turn off the voice. I just anyway. So after you're done, you come up to her and you come just like,
Hickley, I need your help.
Yeah, so Takewee will like sit down like at the pond next to you, like crisscross, and she's like, "Yes, what do you need?"
Remember that girl we ran into?
Yeah, that's the one who you know.
She was human, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to go talk to her, and well, you saw how I get around her. And if I'm gonna be supervised, I would prefer I'm supervised by someone I know. Because if it's just around some random person, they might not be able to stop me.
Well, can I ask you, what is your goal here? Why do you want to see her? She's in prison. She can't hurt you.
But other people can. And if she's here, others might be too.
So you want to know if there are others with her.
If she found me, so can other people.
So how she found you?
Well, I kind of know how she found me, but still, it would be good to make sure that no one else. It'd be nice to not have to keep an eye behind me every time, Always looking over my shoulder.
Sure, I get that feeling.
Okay.
And would we be able to just go then? Is it like there's not visiting hours or anything like that?
Yeah, I think given the favor you have from the Dawn Council, they don't really care when you cash that in. She's just sitting in a dungeon, so.
Okay. Let me double check.
I don't think that was the favor that we asked for.
Well, yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is they don't care one way or another when you visit her, when you get in contact with them. They're just like, yeah, come whenever. She's just sitting in a dungeon. She's not doing anything.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see if there were any spells I would have prepared. Not attacking spells, not like that, but
Deli casts Fireball.
Well, I was gonna make a joke about speak with animals, but I'm not gonna repeat that. This is a family-friendly show. I thought I had friends or something like that. I have charm. I have charm person. What?
Just the way I thought I had friends.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but you did. So
that is the question. Does Deli have
friends? No, I thought I had like
you have allies, but you have friends.
I thought I had a friendship spell, but I'm not seeing it now that I look. Okay, I'd probably just take charm. I'd probably just have prepared charm person then. Does this make them hostile though?
I mean, I feel like she's already pretty hostile towards you, but
if I fail that, I don't think if I fail it, it makes them more hostile.
I think they're aware that you cast it, but it doesn't automatically make them hostile. They just know.
It doesn't say that.
Yeah, the creature knows it was charmed by you when the spell ends.
But when it ends, I only have 10 minutes with them. It lasts an hour.
Right.
Yeah. So
they don't. So I'll just making sure they don't know. She won't know if I cast it.
No.
Unless she passes her save.
Yes. Yes.
Does it say that? Would I guess? Okay, maybe I wouldn't. Yes, but I'll keep it I'll keep it as an option.
I mean,
just
it's
in
definitely
case.
an option. Yeah.
Okay, so we make our way to the dungeon.
Yep. A guard leads you in and shows you the cell, and Diamondback has been stripped of her skeleton suit now and is just in kind of normal dirty clothing. As a reminder, it's a woman. She has like shoulder length chestnut brown hair. Relatively beautiful. But yeah, it's just kind of, I think, sitting cross-legged on her cot. And just like looks up at you and raises an eyebrow.
Is she like she's got manacles on her, or just free?
No, she's just in a cell. Yeah.
Okay.
Diamondback.
Deli, I was wondering if you're going to visit me.
Let's cut to the chase. I know why you were sent here.
Do you?
You told me.
She told me, didn't she?
What
She told me that she was sent by the one noble to come kill me.
Cool.
Because...
You're good then. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. So I from the way you were saying it, it sounded like you were implying something more than that. But
Okay.
So I think she still says it, right? She says, "Oh, do you now?" Like either sarcastically, like, "Of course I told you," or I don't really know. Basically, she's like, "Keep going."
She's
I don't
trying to
know what
mess
you're
with
saying.
me.
I wanna Dylan's probably gonna like take it's like kind of like take a breath, like trying not to get like drawn in by like her knowingly manipulating her. She's like,
You know what I mean. I only have one question, so let's just cut to the chase.
Yes,
Who
you
else
said
is
that
here?
already.
Is it just you? Or are any other your lackeys around? You always seem to come in groups.
Well, we did come in groups, and you killed most of us. Had 4 jugglers with me, if you don't remember them throwing flasks of alchemist fire at your face. I think a couple of them escaped.
I thought we had established they weren't like part of my past.
No, yeah, they definitely weren't, but that's how she
Okay.
responds, right?
Oh,
You know that's not what I mean. Where are Davenport's others like? Where? How would you word it?
how would you word this? I'm trying to. I haven't thought about this part much because this isn't part that I wrote.
Where are Davenport's other lackeys?
Davenport is
Or-
dead, Deli.
I mean, Ellie knew that, right?
But she's
Yeah, I
implying
mean-
like what do you mean? Like
Yeah, but what is never-
the organization isn't a thing anymore. So
Yeah, but you had your friends. You had your others that tormented me. It was never just you.
sure, Deli. Listen, what do you? I don't know what game you're trying to play here. You're the one who killed everyone, so I don't know why you're making some sort of. I don't understand why you're asking this question, Deli. You should know more than anyone, more than me. I barely made it out of there alive.
I didn't take the first swing.
Well, I wasn't there, so I can't confirm or
no.
deny that. As in, like, wasn't there when the first swing was given, basically.
I was meaning like just
Just the other night. You attacked me. You
Yeah,
always were the
because-
one attacking me.
Because I was hired to. Listen, Deli, are you really so naive that you're still talking about what's right and what's wrong? This is about what people do to survive in this horrible crap hole of a world that we live in. All right? Someone paid me to off you. I failed. I'm in jail. Good job. You won. I guess justice won. Or maybe life sucks and no one gets what they deserve. Not
I'm
really.
just trying to figure out anyone else is gonna make my life suck anymore.
She kind of like stretches a little bit. Well, I wouldn't know anything about that, Deli. And you can make an insight check if you'd like to like
Yes.
confirm or deny that. Yeah.
I am very good at insight.
Here, and I'm gonna like whisper to her, and I'm just gonna say like, something like,
would you have probably done this beforehand?
what, giving you inspiration? Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably let's say
Yeah.
like before we entered in, I'd probably like pat you on the shoulder and just be like, remember, you're in control, not her.
Okay. 19. Do I want to spend it anyway?
I mean, you might as well. What else are you gonna do?
D6?
Yeah.
Or D8?
It's a D6. It's not a D8.
Okay.
They'll never get to D8s.
I thought they went up one more time.
Well, because I'm not taking that many levels.
Fair. Only one, but still.
I guess she's 220 though.
Solid 20.
got me to 20.
Yeah, I mean, so given her like spiel so far, it's maybe slightly untrue that she barely made it out alive and doesn't know anything more than you do. Like she probably has like met a few of, or maybe even made it out with a few of her friends in the circus. But she is telling the truth that they weren't involved here and they aren't here now. She kind of started her own thing, is what she's implying, and that is true. Right? She's just making her way in the world. And while she certainly has a connection to your past, she didn't come with some sort of vendetta. She literally just happened to be in the right place at the right time and got hired to kill you.
Yeah. Deli she's paranoid enough that she's like, the ones here, are there more?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think after you just like staring at her, scrutinizing her words, she says, so have you told your friend here yet who you are? What kind of monster you became?
That was not my choice to become a monster.
It looked like it to me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And frankly,
Deli, you
I don't
eat
know if I
magics.
care.
You eat magic crap to have things happen to you. What am I supposed to
it was
believe?
forced down my throat.
Not that night. Not from what I was told.
Yeah, well, some people cared about me because I cared about them. Sometimes doing good things works out.
Oh, yeah, and eviscerating a man from head to stern is really, really a nice thing to do.
What are you talking about?
You don't remember? You don't
what?
remember what you turned into?
And
Deli's probably like really just confused, like the
Whew, critical insight on an insight check. What were you doing there exactly?
I was like, would she know what she did? Would she be able to put two and two together?
So this is like insight on yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then it comes crashing down on you immediately, Deli. You hear ragged breathing in your ears. It's your own ragged breathing. You look down at your hands. They're horrible, misshapen claws. And you look like you're disemboweling people in the circus, right? Like Mr. Davenport is in front of you. You're ripping him from head to toe, just literally in half. And you're eating him, right? You're eating parts of him. You're eating people around. And then you happen to like walk by a mirror in the back of the circus here, and we see your horrible misshapen face turn, and we see an adult-looking Deli, except if she had been turned into one of those fish zombies in the cove.
Oh. Fun.
Suddenly it all comes rushing back to you. You didn't turn into an animal that night. You turned into something much worse.
At that point, Deli like freaks out and she just books it out of there.
Yeah, just runs.
Where would she run to? I don't know if she knows where she's running to. I think she just run.
She just run.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could probably catch her My speed's only 30.
Yeah, I'm
That's not too bad.
debating if I follow you out or if I get the full story here.
Yeah.
Because at this point, Deli knows everything. She has no more. I
Yeah.
can't think of any more reason to question her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
I
can
know,
question
but
her,
now
though, Takewee.
Takewee
Yeah.
has questions.
Uh-huh.
Certainly. Yeah. Can okay, so she said I'm trying not to metagame here, so I'm like okay,
So I think Diamondback is just laughing as Deli runs away. Right? She's just like busting a gut at the hilarity of the situation to her.
okay, can I make an insight check to see if I think that she's being truthful about like this story and like if like Deli actually like killed
Yeah,
a bunch
let's
of
have you
people?
make an insight check to just get a read on the situation in general too.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh. I don't think it's like you come to a wrong conclusion or anything. It's just like you don't know. You have no idea what happened there.
There was you're probably thinking the same thing Deli was thinking up until that moment. She was talking about the other night with the jugglers. Like, you killed people. I'm like, yeah, you guys attacked me first. And he's like,
well,
you
she's
don't
talking.
remember.
She mentioned the main circus guy that you like killed him.
Yeah, but I think basically,
No.
I think with the failed insight check, I think Takewee just doesn't understand anything that she's hearing.
I will say this much. Deli already knew that Davenport was dead. She already knew that. That wasn't a surprise to her.
No, I know that, but I think I think based on what she said you ripped a man in half, like
That didn't happen the other
And then-
day. Yeah.
right. Like I think she understands that like I mean I was able to as Alyssa put together that like that meant the
Something in her
what's his
backstory.
face?
Yeah. But for Takewee doesn't understand what just happened between them, especially. She doesn't know
Yeah.
why Deli's running away. She doesn't really understand why. Yeah, it's just all confusing to her.
All right. Well, I think Takewee is gonna like go up to Diamondback and like grab her by like
So she's like all the way at the back of the cell on her cot, and she hasn't moved from there, so you can't really reach her.
oh I can't touch her at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was assumed that like there's like a guard in the corner, but like you're just talking to her, you don't need to like touch her, so that the cell's still locked.
Dang. Okay. Well then.
Oh, we're not
I mean,
inside the cell.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, got it. Yeah. I mean, I think Takewee is just gonna like, like look towards Deli and just look at her and just say, if you ever come near Deli when you're out of here, I swear I'll rip you in half. Then I want to roll an intimidation check.
Okay, what's your intent with that exactly? Just to
That
scare
she'll-
her?
Yeah, like that if she gets out of here, she'll leave Deli alone, like never come near her again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think you need to roll that.
Okay.
I think it's already her plan. Like she has no intentions of going after Deli again. If she does get out of here somehow, she is running away, very far away.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I
Yeah.
mean, like,
so
she
Takewee
seems
just
very
does it, right? Like
cocky,
she just doesn't
and
need to
so I
roll,
just-
so you just succeed, right? So Takewee obviously
And I-
scares her, and you can see it.
Okay, and then I run after Deli.
Yeah. So,
Can I find Deli or do I need to roll?
I mean, it sounded like Deli didn't know where she was going, so
Roll a luck save, honestly.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I honestly can't think of where Deli would go right now.
Oh nope, I don't find you.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say this
at
is
least
what-
you don't find her until Deli's had a chance to do something else, right? And to like go somewhere.
I'm gonna say this. This is probably what happens. Deli run. Where are we actually, Caleb, on the map?
That is a good question.
That will affect
I
what. Because I have an
don't-
idea, but I don't know if she would do it if given the circumstances.
I don't really know specifically. It's probably somewhere in the Noble District over here. But I don't exactly know where they would have her stored.
What? Let me put it this way: would it be by the water?
Sure. Let's say that.
Okay. So what happens is Deli runs out. Oh, would she do this? Okay, I'm gonna run this idea by you. Tell me if you think it makes sense given the context. But what she would do is she would run and she just keeps running. And she runs out the front door. And as she's running, she's like going towards the water and not even thinking about it. She just wild shapes into like a dolphin or a reef shark and just keeps kind of and just goes just mindlessly.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And I would
Takui
say that's
just-
probably why she doesn't, Takui doesn't find her, because
Yeah.
she can't. She's in the
exactly.
water.
Yeah. Deli just joins the fishes. Yeah, and I think we just cut there, right? Because like Deli's obviously gonna go deal with her emotional problems. If Takui really wants to have a conversation with Deli afterward, I assume there's some point after this that Deli comes to her senses and comes back. But
Yeah.
It's only really if Alyssa-
for 2 hours.
yeah, it's only if Takui really needs if there needs to be a specific conversation there, or if we can let it sit for a while. Up to you guys.
We can let it sit for a while. We can
I think it would
we
be
can go to M or something like that.
I think
Yeah.
based on the fact that I failed the insight roll, I think I wouldn't necessarily bring it up right away. I think
okay.
Takui would be like, no, I'll let her come back to me
Yeah.
in my own time. If I knew better about the situation and understood, I think
Mhm.
Takui would address it head on, but she really doesn't. So she's gonna let Deli come to her when she's
Cool.
ready.
Yeah, sounds good. So Anna, I have a thing for you. So I don't think we need to play out another talk or dance session with. But I think while you're there, something happens, right? So you're doing your
okay.
normal, like going to as many lessons as possible.
Yes.
And let's say I think you're probably in the middle of the lesson, and someone walks in, and like talks to the dance master, right? Talks to Aurora, off to the side while he's like watching you guys. The guy looks like this. Let me grab.
Is he hot?
I was about to say he better be hot,
Uh,
Caleb.
That'll be up to you whether or not you find him hot.
We all know this game is really made RPG in disguise.
Well, it is for Emily and Alyssa, so.
And
I haven't been
Jordan.
very made RPG.
Well, this campaign, it is also Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Also Jordan for this one.
So this is the dude.
Oh, it's showing all of the things.
He basically is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Let's say he's played by Benedict Cumberbatch in this version. So,
Okay.
he right. So
man, you hit all that bio in info.
I know. That's why I was like,
I
I felt bad. I had to be honest.
Yeah, so I deleted it. So yeah, he has the wavy black hair. I think he's a half elf, I think, or an elf, one of those.
Looks like a half elf.
I have it written here somewhere. Let me see if I can find more information on this dude. But yeah, he has the like goatee and I don't know if he necessarily has like a weird circle on his forehead per se, but yeah, definitely Benedict Cumberbatch with a beard kind of vibes going on.
Caleb, real quick, I'm sorry, but I just remembered something that is actually relevant given the situation.
Yes.
Frick. Wait, no. No, never mind. We're good. I forgot about uncontrollable wild shape.
Yeah.
If it would have been thematic if it had been uncontrollable at that moment, which is why I found to bring it up.
Yeah, that could have been interesting.
Yep.
I would have had an idea. Let's see. No, I guess he's just a human, so ignore the pointed ears. So he looks probably like Spanish. Yeah, so he's talking to Aurora. They're having like a hush conversation. But you can tell that they're looking at you. And like he's like trying to gesturing with his head towards you. And we recognize, the audience definitely immediately recognizes this dude as the verdict agent who was supposed to pick up the magic items from that drop off, and then only showed up after the fact, and then he like totally killed all of the smugglers in one giant ice blast. And after getting the information about who exactly stole the magic items from him, and he had a description, and it was Anna's description.
Oh no.
So we recognize that as the audience. Obviously, Anna doesn't know this, but yeah, we see him talking with, like he's interested in you, right? To Aurora. And Anna, are you responding at all? You notice this?
I mean, like, would I be able to make an insight check to see if he's like,
just to like figure out why he's interested?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, is it because I'm a really good dancer?
Right, exactly.
12.
And that's certainly what he wants you to think. I think with a 12, it's just unclear, right? Like you don't get the wrong answer, but you're not entirely sure. There's something slightly off about it.
Okay, I try and like do the routine or whatever we're learning, and I like kind of fumble a little because I'm distracted.
Yeah. And then after the set is over, and you guys take 5, to kind of take a break. Aurora walks over to you with this dude, and then says, Anna, I have a Sergio Braga here to speak with you. He says it's of some importance. I hope you don't mind.
Sure.
And Aurora kind of nods and then steps away, but we can tell as the audience that she's also keeping an eye on the situation. She's not entirely sure what's up with this dude yet, but she lets you guys have your privacy.
Yeah, I just kind of extend my hands and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Anna. I'm from the Order of St. Cuthbert."
Yes. I did figure out as much. And I must say I'm rather interested at the dichotomy here. I haven't seen an acolyte of the order to be frequenting the dance academy.
Oh, well, Aurora met me at the gala that they threw for me and my friend, who she's not really interested in dancing, but I am interested in dancing. When I saw Aurora's dancers dancing at the gala, and I thought that they were so beautiful and so talented. And so I went over and talked to her, and she invited me to come learn how to dance.
Fascinating. Now, the thing I'm wondering is why you. None of this seems to fit together. Why would someone who is a devotee of Dragonborn Jesus and that's just like this, listen, at this point we've established that's the serious name people call this dude.
I know,
right?
it's true, but it's just also very funny.
Maybe it's a thing because it's kind of like one of those things where people don't want to admit that Jesus was Middle Eastern, and so we have to clarify his actual race because otherwise people will try to make him human.
This is not white Jesus. This is Dragonborn Jesus.
Yeah. Well, it might be a white Dragonborn scale.
He's
scale,
probably golden or bronze.
Gold. I think we said he's gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sin's white as snow. That also might work. Depends. No, I think it's gold. Yeah, gold makes the most sense. So he says, you being a devotee of Dragonborn Jesus, and but also being a frequenter of this dance academy, which is well known for. Well, I'm sure you know what it's well known for. And then there's the third.
Dancing? I just kind of
he just ignores you, and he's like, and then there's the third tier of all of this. The fact that you stole some incredibly powerful magic items from the verdict itself.
Would I I'm trying to think if it would even pop into my brain, since so much has happened. Exactly what incident.
You also died too, so
yeah.
You can make an intelligence save, I guess.
Okay. It's if I do well, do I remember? I guess.
I think you do. Yeah.
Okay.
If you get high. Yeah, I think you do.
Well, I kind of didn't want to remember because now I might have to lie.
No, you do remember.
I'm trying to think of how. Right, that's what I'm saying. Is I kind of didn't want to remember.
Oh yeah.
Because then I would just be I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I kind of steal again.
The box
set
of
animal
wondrous items.
Yeah.
Or figurines of wondrous power is what they're called.
Oh, right.
I think I just kind of play it the verdict. What?
Child, I am not going to humor you and your antics to try to get out of how serious this is. Even the Blood Sisters, and he's saying this quiet enough that he's not shouting it from the rooftops or anything, but he leans in and says, even the Blood Sisters won't save you if the verdict wants your head. And believe me, if I say the word, they will. All I want is an explanation. And maybe, if you give me a good enough explanation, we can forget this ever happened. Why did you steal from the verdict.
Okay. I just kind of like lean in and I'm like, can we talk about this outside so I don't really know them yet. I want them
Of
to
course.
like
No,
me.
yes. Please, come on. Let's go.
I just kind of go, or I'll be right back. He wants to talk. We're just going to talk outside.
Little stuffy in here, he says. And yeah, you got kind of right outside the dance academy.
And I kind of just go like, I'm telling the truth. I don't really know who the verdict is. The only magical items I've ever stolen was just my friend asked me for a favor, so I helped them.
So if your friend told you to jump off a cliff, you would do that too, I suppose.
Honestly, yeah, I would.
Because I would survive. It'd be fine.
Like, and I'm just like being completely sincere right now.
Yeah.
Like, Takwe just asked me for a favor.
Yep.
I said, okay. I
Okay,
did
make
this.
a,
I don't really know who the verdict is, and I would jump off a cliff if she asked me.
Make a persuasion test for me, or because like really this depends on whether or not Anna can be sincere enough that he realizes like that this is the case.
Okay.
21. Yeah. So he frowns and he says, I believe you.
I'm just kind of like, I don't know if you can like, I know people who can do like really cool magic. Like, I don't know if you can do magic that like shows you that I'm telling the truth, but like you can do that on me and I'll
I believe you. I believe
do
you.
it.
Child, I believe you. I'm just going to ask you one question.
Okay.
One question, that's all. And then we can be done here. I understand that you were a freelancer and the verdict understands the importance of the existence of freelancers. So I'm not going to intrude on your business, but I am going to ask you a very serious question. And if you do not answer it truthfully, then you will be an enemy of the verdict.
Okay.
Who hired you to steal the items? Who am I supposed to point the sword of the verdict at?
So my friend asked me for the favor, but I think she was asked by somebody else. I don't think I was even really paid for this, so I don't know if I was really hired. But because who asked Takwe? Did she tell us? Like, I think I would just assume the Adamant League.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason Anna wouldn't know it's the Adamant League.
Yeah, so I would just be like, I think it was just the Adamant League who gave her the information.
Yes, of course.
And I'm like, I have no association with them. I'll give them up. Like, I don't want to be an enemy of a group that
they
sounds
already
scary.
are enemies.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just kind of like I'm pretty sure it was just the Adamant League who gave us the information. I don't know.
Very well.
It was just a box that I took.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know what you took. Anna, I'm going to let you go. And we're not going to talk about this again. Because you seem sincere, and I don't want to crush the naive spirit I see before me with the cruel realities of the world just yet. But
thank you.
Suffice it to say, if you plan on sticking around with your friend who's part of the Adamant League, I would be looking over your shoulder. Because the Adamant League and the verdict do not see eye to eye. And we will not stop at anything. And we will stop at nothing to get back what was stolen from us. I will be inquiring about this further.
Okay.
But I am content to leave the matter between us as settled.
Thank you.
He turns
I hope
around.
you have a good day.
And he turns back and he says, the matter is settled for now. Don't steal anything else from the verdict, Anna, if you can help it.
I'll try not to.
How about you just ask a few questions before you steal anything at all? Just to make sure.
the issue there is if I asked more questions, then we would have lost element of surprise, I think. And so that was kind of the thing, as I kind of run in and then run away.
And I respect your position as a freelancer. I respect your position as an adventurer, but adventurers die every day in this business.
Okay. Next time, I will make sure I will look at the object and I'll make sure it doesn't have verdict like stamped on it.
All right. Goodbye, Anna. I hope you have a good time with your mission here. Waves at the dance academy.
My mission to be a really good dancer. Yeah.
Yes. And then he walks away.
Bye.
Yeah, I think you managed to pull that off pretty well. I feel like Anna's probably the only one of the 4 members of the party who could have pulled off that. Because you're just so nice. Like, why would he want to
flat out attack?
No,
her,
exactly, and you would have
which
died.
Wouldn't have been wise.
No, yeah, he's very powerful. So
Yeah, he took out a bunch of people in like one go.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Yeah.
And he
He
has
probably
the
just would
verdict
have pointed
at
his
disposal.
finger at me, cast a spell, and I would have gone kaboom.
Am I like becoming a better dancer? Am I learning more about this place? Have I been told
Yeah, do you want
else?
to make any specific move? Within, like, obviously we can assume you're getting better at dancing. What do you want to accomplish when you
I want to know if Aurora is like starting to trust me enough to like actually tell me what the dance academy really is.
Okay. How are you going about doing that? What's your task here? What's the way you're going about it?
I probably, after that conversation, I would go in with her, like go back in and be like, hey, Aurora, can I ask you something?
Of course, child.
So Mr. Braga was like talking to me about things, and he said that if the verdict went in my head, which I don't think they do. I think we like settled what he was worried about. I don't think we have any problems. But he said, if the verdict went in my head, and then he looked at the dance academy, and then he said, not even the blood sisters could save you. What exactly would he have meant by that?
Wow, yeah, that's a lot to drop on this woman.
Because like, I'm just really confused. I told him that I was just doing a favor for a friend, and it was just like a miscommunication, and I didn't mean to do anything to the verdict, but I was just really confused by what he said, because he was like making it sound like I was doing something here other than just dancing. And I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Mr. Capone, what's the mafia?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, sisters, great word. Love the word sisters. Blood makes it a little different.
So Anna, go ahead and roll another persuasion check. I think you're literally just trying to win these people over by sheer force of naivete, right?
Yeah, it worked before.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way Anna goes about doing things socially. She's so naive that she just endears people to her. Do a persuasion.
Okay, I'm so nervous. I want this to go well. 15?
15 is not too bad. So I think what happens is she looks at you and she just says, "Oh, darling, there may be a time to answer those questions, but for now, why don't you let me worry about men like Sergio Braga? They tend to say more than they should about such matters."
Okay, I mean, like, I'm not worried about him because he said that we were okay for now. So I'm just going to take that we're okay. I just wanted to make sure that, like, I didn't want to, like, cause any trouble. Like, you guys, if you had something going on, I don't know.
Yeah, I think she just pats your shoulder and she just says, "Why don't we discuss this tomorrow, Anna? Or whenever is most you know what? because you guys are probably heading out to do your mission tomorrow, I'll say, how about you come back this evening, and I think we could have a deeper conversation about this. Let me look into a few things before then, and maybe I can answer a few of your questions. How about that?
That sounds great. Thank you.
So we see Aurora turn away, and we see on her face, like, is this girl really this dumb? Like, what is happening? Like, I thought we were doing, like, I thought I was like, can I just, like, is she in the palm of my hand right now? Can I do whatever I want? And so she's gonna, like, go talk to her other blood sister friends and, like, try to get a read on that, and then whatever she decides, she can
Well,
go
I
either
also
way.
very clearly said, like, I got in big trouble with the verdict where Sergio Braga is looking for me when I was just helping a friend out.
Yeah.
And he believed me enough to leave me alone.
Right. So you know what, Anna, let's have you make one roll. Let's have you make a acrobatics roll to see how good you're doing at dancing, because I think that's the thing that's going to sway her one way or the other, right? It's going to be like, is she a valuable enough asset based on her acrobatic capability that I should just go for it?
Okay. I'm so nervous. A 15.
15 is, I think, probably just good enough. It's going to be it's going to be a little bit more of a like, she's probably going to bring some blood sisters with her. They're going to be grilling you. And you're going to have to make another roll during that to actually get them to you, but you've successfully you've succeeded at convincing her you're a valuable asset. But you're still dancing on that knife's edge of could be a risk, could be an asset. So, yeah, there you go. Takui, do you have anything sidewise before we get to your Order of the Bitter Curtain mission?
I was going to say Deli would only be gone for about 4 hours. So
yeah, we could just pick up with that conversation if you guys meet back up.
I was just giving some context for how long it would be till Deli got back.
Yeah, we could do that, or let's see. Just double checking on any of the other stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's been conversations that I've want to have, but like it's all like just so much stuff has happened since then that it just seems mute at this point.
Yeah.
I think I really did want to have a conversation with Anna about like if she remembered anything from when she died, because we just like haven't like gotten to talk about it. But I just don't think that I don't think we need to role play that because she doesn't remember anything. But I mostly want to be like,
well, so I was gonna say, if you wanted to have that conversation, we could kind of come in at the end of that conversation and maybe somehow you guys get it revealed that you both have this weird birthmark thing, right?
Well, but we know that already. We've been to the Bitter Curtain.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. I forgot
curtain.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we already know that. So I don't know that there.
Yeah, there's probably not anything
that
deeper.
We would have had that conversation. Yeah. Like, there's just like conversations she would have had, but like they're just not important.
Not important to play out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if I would be able to make a luck check of some sort to see if I would figure out if Carla or Lavinia had the mark.
Just by pure luck, yeah.
Because I'm around there, I'm sure if they needed help with something, like if they needed help like fastening a gown, like I would be the first one to jump in.
Yeah. Let's have, I think there's a chance that Takui could have noticed this too, right? Just by pure luck. So both of you go ahead and make a luck save, and we'll see if either of you happen.
Is that just a D20? You keep saying luck save.
Yeah,
so
D20 plus your proficiency.
Plus your proficiency.
Bonus.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was like,
ooh, nice.
Yes.
17.
Yeah, I think you're both good enough to like have maybe even at the same time, right? So let's say that Anna and Takui just finished having a conversation about what was like after death, and then like Lavinia comes in the room.
Maybe we're talking in the library, and like she passes by, like as we're having this conversation.
Yeah, Lavinia comes in the room, maybe actually, and then I think she just says, Takui, Anna, would one of you help me fasten the very last thing on the clasp on this dress? Carla had to go out for an errand and I just can't quite get it. She turns around.
Oh, of course. And I like hop up really quick because I'm very fast. So I would get there first.
Yeah. And you both see very clearly she has the comet birthmark on her upper back.
And I just kind of go, oh my goodness, Lavinia. What a lovely gown.
Thank you. I've always been told I
Caitlin
look
like looks at
in
Anna, then like
green.
looks at the birthmark, then looks at Anna. She's just like,
did you get a tattoo recently?
She gives you a look. Well, why? Why do you ask?
I noticed that lovely design on your back, and it's crazy because I got one matching exactly on my ankle.
Takeaway's just like, Anna, you don't have to dance around it. Lavinia, you have a mark just like me and Anna.
Well, she might not have known. I didn't know if she'd know already that she had this.
No, I do know. Carla just came to me the other day. She also has the exact same mark. Are you saying that all four of us got this?
When we died, yeah.
Her eyes go wide as if she's like, oh, duh, like that's the connection. And she says, do you know what that means? I don't understand the significance of it.
Yeah, so like I think Takui
We're
will
meant
like
to be
kind of
friends
take like
forever.
her by like the hands.
Girl club,
and like
girl
sit her
club.
like the girls' room.
My name is Debbie, and I like eggs.
I don't understand
Y'all
what just
are
happened.
something.
Apparently,
it's
it was
from
funny.
the Amanda show. Okay. Yeah, Takui will like take her like by the hands and like lead her to like a chair, and she'll say, well, I guess I haven't even really technically told Anna this, although I'm sure she could piece this together, but I joined a secret, well, not secret society / secret society called the Order of the Bitter Curtain. Sure, you've heard of them.
Yes, they've been sort of a mysterious esoteric church that's in the cultural district. I
Yeah.
haven't really looked into
that-
it.
Yeah, that's one of the is he a paladin? One of the knights of the church. He was my date.
Oh, yeah, he is a paladin. Yeah.
The
that's what he
gala.
is.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of
Deacon
the-
Ross. Yes, of course. I knew he was connected with the cultural district in some way. I thought it was the Order of the St. Cuthbert, but the Order of St. Cuthbert. But that makes sense too, I suppose. Can you fill me in on exactly what this secret society is? I'm not claiming you joined a cult or anything, but you have to imagine that's
No.
the
after I died, I went through kind of a difficult time for a little while, and went looking for answers, and I found them, and basically they told me that, well, the Pantheon has chosen us.
I'm sorry, the Pantheon?
Do you remember anything when you died?
Not really, just impressions, feelings mostly.
Anna, do you remember anything when you died?
No, I just remember Father Valentine grabbing me back from the jaws of death. Bringing me back to this world to serve Dragonborn Jesus.
I don't fully remember it either. I just remember, and tell me if this isn't accurate, Caleb, but I remember standing there facing these gods, and they told me that there's a reason I have to go back. And it's my duty, and I think our duty, to do something again, that we've been given a second chance here. And it's to do something big in this world. I don't know what.
Once again, we have a purpose, and we're meant to do it together.
All right, do you know what that is?
No idea.
Isn't
And
that even more exciting?
By the gods, are you referring? I'm just still unclear who you're referring to. I mean, there's the old gods, but I thought they were dead. Isn't that what Death's End was all about?
I mean, a lot of the gods did die, but new gods took up their place. Like the god of death, for example, he used to be one of my people.
Oh, yes, of course. I remember hearing something about that.
And then this human from I think Spain took the mantle many years ago, and he's one of them. And then I don't know, they've gathered many of the gods to create this pantheon, and
Do
I
they
think
have a
they want
particular
us to.
purpose, like a mission, a goal, something
That
they
I'm
want us
still
to do?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get more involved with the bitter curtain so I can figure that out, because I don't know. They're sending me on a mission today, as a matter of fact.
That's tomorrow.
Smart.
Or tomorrow. Well,
Oh,
I guess I
yes.
didn't really get a time. I just said that I was going to go do it. At some
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
but
And I think you've already talked to Lavinia about this. So she nods. It's like, oh yes, of course, to go to my uncle's plantation.
that's for them. So I don't
I
know.
see.
I think basically all I've been told by Deacon Ross was that the Pantheon would reveal the plan in their time, and that it was just my job to be available.
And he said that the people at this mark, I mean, they do something really important and it can either be really great or really terrible. But since I have the mark, we're obviously going to do something really great because I would not do something really terrible.
Yeah, I
So
can see
we're
the
going to
logic
be
of
a
that.
great group.
All right. Well, I don't mean this to sound rude or anything, but why Carla then? I mean,
Why Carla?
no. Again, I'm not.
Lavinia. She's the glue of this
She's a
household.
Of course, but she's a servant.
Yeah. She
I think
serves the
I understand what you're
Pantheon.
saying. No, I think Takewee kind of nods her head. She goes and like stands up and she's like, "You're right, Lavinia. She needs to be trained."
She frowns. She's like, no. That's not what I meant.
No, you're right. Because if she's going to do something important, she doesn't have to learn how to fight necessarily, but
Let me-
she needs.
I can start her with some stretches.
No. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think what you just said there. My mother always told me that you didn't have to be a hero in some fairy tale to be important, to do something that was valuable. She said that many people have lived and died in complete obscurity, but have changed the world. And I'm sorry, I was just thinking out loud mainly, but I suppose all we can really do is look out for what it is we're supposed to do.
Yes,
think
and
so.
I will still teach Carla some stretches because stretching is good for everyone.
Oh, of course, yes, stretching is great.
Oh,
I'm
and I
not
still
not
think-
anything against stretching.
Yeah, and Takewee nods and she's like, "I agree. I don't think you need to be a fighter necessarily to do anything important. And however, especially given the past circumstances, would not be a bad idea for her to learn how to defend herself."
No, yes, my parents always made a point of it to drill that into us as kids, that those who don't wield a blade can still die upon one.
That's kind of harsh.
Well, that was
Yeah,
my
did they get that
father
from, like,
saying
a-
it. Sometimes he could be a little too serious.
Did he get it from a movie?
I think yes. I think it was called The Two Towers. But yeah, she just nods and she says, "Well, my mother always taught me to be listening for the divine. If there's something that I need to do, then to have my ear open. So I suppose I'll just keep doing what I was already doing, but it's still a little bit of pressure to have a mark specifically centering or calling me out, I guess."
How I felt
Not
too.
calling you out, Lavinia. It's calling you forth
Fourth, okay.
into your glorious purpose
Yes.
that we have together.
Okay.
And Takewee just kind of nods at all this. She's like, "I understand. I still don't feel like I should have this mark. You know,
I don't know what you're talking. We're doing great things together.
I've been compared to nobody. my whole life I've been compared to somebody who is destined for greatness, and never thought I would do something great. So I understand. But of all of us in this room, Lavinia, I do believe you are destined for greatness with your good heart.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I can hear you.
Can hear you.
No, sorry. I was just being soft. She says, thank you. I appreciate that. I suppose even if I'm not supposed to do something with swords, I should probably... I'm a little rusty with the rapier. Maybe I should take a few lessons.
Yes, lesson time. Let's go.
But then she immediately follows that up with, do you know if Audrin is around to give something like that? He seems to be very proficient with the rapier specifically.
And Takewee just nods because she doesn't care. Right now, she's not jealous.
I will say that would have been a perfect time for Jordan to pop on.
I know, right? I was honestly
That
half
would've been
hoping
amazing.
I was half hoping that would
awesome.
happen.
And then he's like, peeks his head through the door. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Takewee's like, yeah, I think Audrin's at the Adamant League right now. But when he comes back, we can certainly discuss that with him. I'm sure he'd be happy to teach you and Carla.
Of course. And you can see, actually, you know what? Both of you go ahead and make insight. Yeah, there's two different things that are going on here that.
Oh,
crit
wow.
fail. Oh my gosh.
Why does
So
Takewee
bad.
I
so
rolled a
much
1
today?
and a 2. I rolled a 1 and a 2. I have a +6 on insight.
Wow.
So bad.
We're both just so naive when it comes to love.
Yeah.
We just don't understand.
So
You know, this campaign and the previous one.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes Anna's naivete isn't so much of a front.
So obviously we can tell that like Lavinia is developing some sort of feelings for Audrin, but we also see, as the audience, we see a twinge on her face, and as soon as Takewee mentions Carla also getting lessons from Audrin, right? Like, no, I was just hoping it would just be me. So, but Takewee and Anna don't pick up on that. Yeah.
But look, I already said I was going to go teach Carla how to stretch.
Like, maybe she's along the lines of like, I really do better one-on-one.
She's not going to say anything. She would probably try to just like make the conversation go in such a way with Audrin that it's not implied that Carla's going to be there at the same time.
Carla, can you go get us some water?
Exactly. And then she's going to ask about it. Yeah.
No, so I would go from there and see if Carla is currently in the household and start teaching her how to stretch and explain everything we just explained.
Okay, yeah. We just see her just be really confused, but like following you with stretches like, okay.
And as we're stretching, I'm like,
I don't know if I can do this very well in a corset.
And like my pant like comes up and I'm like, see, here's my mark. We're in this together.
She's like, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do these stretches in a corset, Anna.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll go to the monastery. I'll come back with another one of my outfits. They're super great. They're loose. You can stay limber.
She blushes. I don't know if that's, seems, not that you're immodest. I don't know. It just seems,
No, it's the most modest thing.
Okay. If you say so.
It'll be great.
Yeah. Cool. Well, do we want to take a break there or maybe play one more scene out? What do you guys think?
The only other thing I can think of is I do want to talk to Muriel. I don't know what about, but like I do want to like talk to her.
Yeah, what would be the inquiry there? What specifically?
Well, I want to learn how to do bardy things.
I mean, we can also just say like you have been doing that. I don't know if there's anything in particular that needs to be said. You know what?
Well,
actually was
because I proved myself by doing her mission.
There was a thing I wanted her to
got Anna
ask
in
you
trouble.
about actually. So let's play out a quick scene with her actually. The specifics of the bardiness, right? Like obviously she's impressed with your bard capabilities. She's gonna run you through some stuff and like help you learn some things. So maybe she's like, what have you been using so far as your like bard instrument, if anything?
Oh, well, I play the flute in the how do you pronounce this? The lyre.
The lyre.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I mostly just use my voice.
Yeah.
I heard of this technique from a bard that came and visited my country many years ago, who he used to, well, he had a way with his tongue.
Yes, of course. Many bards have the fundamentals of the human voice as the centerpiece for their magic. It makes sense. Do you have a good singing voice, Takewee?
I'd like to think it's decent.
Go ahead, sing me something. Sing me a song.
Alyssa's voice is terrible, though.
No, you don't have to sing, but like she just says, "Go, sing me a song," and then she starts eating some tomatoes.
Soft kitty, warm kitty.
You don't have to actually sing. I was having you make a performance check. That's what I'm asking you to do.
Sorry, I just started watching The Big Bang Theory, so that was okay. Performance?
Yeah.
Man, what is with these terrible rolls?
So I guess like she's like, it's all right.
Soft kitty.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's like, I'm just so nervous singing, and I've never actually just sung in front of somebody.
We'll have to work on that a little bit. I'll give you a book.
Even in my tribe, they always preferred my sister singing over me.
Let's start working on a little bit of maybe the rudimentaries of music theory, and we can do some vocal warm-ups when you come to visit. Don't worry, people can learn to sing. It's not something, you're not tone deaf or anything. You obviously have some talent.
Thanks.
And just a reminder, Muriel is she has a pixie cut, blonde hair. Human woman. And I think she says, Takewee, before I forget, there was something I was going to ask you. If you have any time to do another job for the Adamant League at any time in the next week or so, there's something I want you to look into.
Okay.
There's a group, a adventuring party that came and asked us for some charts, paid us some gold, and promised to give us some journal entries, record anything they found for the Adamant League's collection. But they were heading to a place called Mkeshi. You're familiar with it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am.
It means memory in the old ancient Igbaye dialect. It means memory. Did I say that twice? Did I start by saying it means memory in this and then end with its memory?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Looks
tired
like
right
someone
now.
doesn't have one.
I'm really
I'm
tired.
Muriel, have you been there? Is that what this is?
Yeah. No, but she says this group came to us and they claimed that one of their members had lost their memory to Mkeshi and wanted to investigate it further, maybe see if they could regain them somehow. I wasn't. We were skeptical, but we're always willing to outfit a party that's wanting to provide us with some knowledge. So we sent them out. They've been gone a couple weeks now with no message. And I know they have magical capabilities to send messages. Something went wrong there. Would you mind checking it out?
Certainly, it's we were gonna head there ourselves anyways. So
Perfect.
Did I tell you guys about that?
I think you did.
Yeah, I think you did.
I think it was just hey, we don't need to go anytime soon, but I want to check this out. It's got something to do with the pearl and whatnot.
Yep.
Okay, I hadn't remember if I'd actually told you guys
I think
about
you did,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so she nods. She says, "Oh, great. I'll let me know if you find anything."
I will. Thank you, Muriel. Thanks
course.
for our voice lessons. I'll keep coming back.
Of course. And she nods and kind of end the scene there. The only other thing I could think of is if Deli and Takewee really did want to have that heart-to-heart.
We will, but do we know if Jordan's going to be back relatively soon? Or
I assumed so. He said 9, and which is 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So maybe let's just play that out now, and then.
Well, because the other thing is I don't want to go too far into things to the point where he's like, oh, I would have done this and step over it, I guess. And we can do it now. We can do it now. I was just saying.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying let's try to get all of the non-Audron stuff out of the way right now, right?
Okay, we can go for it then.
Yeah.
So probably what happens is that Deli only can wild shape for 4 hours total.
Yeah.
So what happens is Deli wild shapes. I don't know what she goes into. I don't think she cares necessarily what she is. Maybe a shark or a dolphin or something. I don't know. Probably a shark. You probably can't. You know, honestly, she's underwater. You can't really tell. And so what happens is she's under there. Yeah, she has fins. She's under. Actually, what else can she turn into at this point? Wait, where's my? There it is. 1/2. Reef shark. Let's go shark. It's the most fun. And so she's a shark. She's going through and she's just kind of swimming around and she just stays the full 4 hours in wild shape, just like swimming, trying not to think about what she just remembered. And then after the 4 hours, like she on wild shape, she goes like, oh frick. And so she luckily has the ring of swimming. And I'm saying just for the sake of it, let's say she pops up like right near Lavinia's, so she's able to swim to the shore, and she just walks into Lavinia's manor, soaking wet. And I don't know if anyone else is there yet, but she just walks in, plops herself down by the fishes, and just stares at them. And she just like has her arms crossed, and she's kind of just cold. This would have been because we went around breakfast. This would be around lunchtime, I guess.
Sorry, guys. I'm also playing Wordle, and holy crap, I just got the word after my second try. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well done.
Alyssa, you can't turn it
And
around.
the word is
you can say that.
praise.
Okay, you just spoiled Wordle words.
Oh, well, it's actually not Wordle. It's just like
That's
an
an
app that's like Wordle.
An off-brand
Okay.
Wordle.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Can't just go spoil Wordle words like that, Alyssa. I have a group chat. It's important to protect the integrity
Of Wordle. Okay. Well, it's
Yes.
not actual Wordle, so you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Taekwee, like, I mean, it's probably like in between the scene where she's like talking to Lavinia and and then going to the admin league. So I think like on my way there, Jordan said he'll be here shortly.
Woo!
I'll go, and if I think I like see Delhi like from like the top like floor, like looking down, like probably through like a window, you can like see like the courtyard. And I'm gonna go like grab a blanket and then like put it like over, like come up to her and like put it on her.
I think
And like,
as you
sit down
put
next to her.
actually, let's see if I'm gonna roll perception with at disadvantage just to see if she even notices you coming up on her. She probably notices. Probably what happens like because like they're up. The fish are like outside a door, or they're in like a courtyard, so she has to open a door.
They're kind of like in the center of the manor, right? So that's like a little garden space in the center of the manor complex.
Would we have to go through a door to reach them? Or
I'll just bring it to the map real quick.
Map. Yeah, I'm just trying to get ahead.
Yeah, of course. Let me take the
dark.
Yeah, I'll take that off.
Oh, those bloody woods.
Yep, there they are.
Yeah, so there's like a door right here.
Yep.
So I think Delhi would like noticeably flinch at the sound of the door. Oh, there she is.
There's actually like a bench right here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
She would flinch and like just like jump and like look at you like just clearly like just terrified.
Yeah, so I mean Takewee's gonna like come around the pond like really slowly, put her like just like put the blanket over you, not touch you, and then just like sit by you.
Delhi
and,
would
not
just
say
like
anything.
wrap the blanket around her.
And she's just gonna sit there.
And after a while, just sitting there, Delhi would just say,
I killed him, Takeaway. I thought something else did it, but it was me. Does that make me a monster?
Jelly, did I ever tell you why I left my tribe?
I thought they like didn't like you or something.
Oh no, they liked me just fine. They just liked my sister a lot more.
Oh, you're right.
No, my family, we're all very secretive, and a man, he happened upon our tribe. We're fairly well hidden, and while they they gave the order for me to kill him. And I did. Just right there. He begged for mercy, and I just killed him. And that's when I said I had had enough. Trying to protect that I couldn't stay there anymore. And I'd like to think, Deli, that I think in that moment, maybe, yeah, I was a monster. I'd like to think that the decisions I'm making now to do better and be better don't make me that anymore. Deli, I certainly don't think you're a monster.
Was he innocent?
I think so. I don't know. I really didn't give him a chance to really speak. We just knew we couldn't let him go.
Oh, so it's like the idea, like the he found you, you guys are secret, you can't let him leave, sort of thing.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Davenport wasn't innocent. Not after what he did to me.
So
But
then
did
why
he
would you
deserve
think
to die?
I don't know. I'm not a god. I can't really make that call.
I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted out. And I am. I'm free. Yet I'm trapped by my past. And I'm scared that it's gonna come find me. Diamondback did. I thought I was safe here, but apparently I'm not.
You are safe here, Deli.
Thanks.
No, I don't think she's saying anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if Takeway would either. I think she's kind of like, I'll just let you sit with that truth for a while, that you're safe. You're okay.
Cool.
By the way, can I get some inspiration for revealing some backstory?
Of course.
Thanks.
Cool. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll hopefully when we get back, Jordan will be here. Stick around. We got more Terra Invicta coming at you right after this break.